Hey guys, this is a typical 7th grade standard or task. The title of this mini lesson is Comparing Data Display and Dot Plots. How do you compare dot plots with one another? Specifically comparing the mean, median, and range, and maybe the mode. We'll talk about the mode real quick too as well. So let's talk about how do we find the mean or the median and the range if all you're given is dot plots. Well, what I did was today I looked at the Orlando Magic basketball heights and the Miami Heat basketball heights, and what I did was I arranged all their heights in these dot plots to compare. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to compare the data between those two teams in these dot plots. So dot plots just basically represent in this situation the heights of each individual basketball player without a name. Okay, we're going to remain nameless here, but you could probably go on NBA.com or go to some sort of site online to find out who and what their height is and stuff. I was going to do the weights as well, but I wanted to compare apples to apples, not apples to oranges. So we are just going to compare the heights of one team versus the height of another team, the average height. A lot of times what happens is when you're comparing the average, you're basically comparing either the mean or the median. The mean, remember the mean, the average is true. It's like the true average, if you will. You're going to add up all the numbers and divide by how many you added. Okay, so this is like the actual average. The median is more or less the middle number. Okay, when you order it from least to greatest, you go from the middle number, and the range is typically the highest number subtracting the smallest number. Okay, because you're looking for the range of your data. Okay, and we'll talk about that in a second as well. So if you look here, the shortest basketball player on Orlando Magic's basketball team is 71 inches tall. Okay, it's 5'11". And I put these all in inches, not in feet and inches, because it's going to be a little bit difficult to add and then divide if you do it that way. So I just put them all in inches. So, and you can see here, Miami Heat, their shortest basketball player is 74 inches, which is 6'2". And of course, you can see their highest is 85 inches tall, which is basically 7'1". And here, this is 84 inches tall for Orlando Magic. The tallest there is exactly 7 foot. And then two below that, 6'11". Anyways, so let's find out the mean, median, and range. Okay, let's get into it. So the mean, what you're going to do is you're going to take each dot and you're going to add them. So you've got 71 for Orlando Magic. You're going to add the 75 because you got one of those. Oop, messed up there. 71 plus 75. And you basically keep adding, and I know my reflection's kind of in the way there. You keep adding those numbers as you go. There's two 77s, so you got two basketball players that are 77 inches tall. So you're going to add those twice. You got 78, occurs 3 times. Okay, and then 79 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 80 once. Then 81 twice. And then you got 83 2 times here. I'm just moving this over a little bit because of the reflection. So plus 83 plus 83, and then you got 84 here. Okay, and you should have 1,342. And then what you're going to do is you're going to divide that by how many you have. So the mean in this situation for Orlando Magic is going to be equal to 1,342 divide by, and we're going to count, there's actually 17 players. So divide that by 17, you get 78.9. So I'm just going to round it to the nearest tenths place, if you will. So 78.9. So 78.9 for the median. The median's a lot easier, okay? Really hardly any math involved, really. You just put it from least to greatest, and since it's already from least to greatest, you're looking for the middle dot, the middle number. So there's 17, right? 17, if you cut that in half, think about that, cut that in half. Oh, 17 divided by 2. Okay, you get around 8.5. No, there's no 8.5, right? There's either 8 or 9. So you're really looking for the 9th dot, because if you go 8 dots this way, let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 8th dot, okay? If you go backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you see it's not this dot, it's not this dot, it's the 9th dot, which is right here. Okay, the 9th dot is the middle of 17 dots. So the median is going to be 79. 79 inches tall, which is basically 7'7". And the mean is 7'6", close to 7'7". They're really close to each other. Okay, sometimes they're that close, sometimes they're not close at all. But a lot of times you'll notice that the mean and median are kind of close to each other, if not the same number. Sometimes they're the same number. The range in this situation, again, the range is the difference between the largest number in your data set and the smallest number in your data set. So the largest number in this data set is 84. The smallest number in this data set here is 71. So 84 minus 71 is 13 inches. Okay? 13 inches is the range. What that means is, I'm 5 foot, give an example, I'm 5'9". So if I was on this basketball team, right, obviously I wouldn't make it. I'm too short, and I can't dribble very well, so that could be a problem. Anyways, the next, can you imagine me being on a team like this, or having a team? I'm 5'9", and the next player is 13 inches shorter than I am. So that means they would be, what, 4'9" would be a foot, so 4'8". So can you imagine me having a player that's 4'8" on my team when I'm 5'9"? Okay, that is the difference between the largest, or not the largest, the tallest player here and the shortest player on their team. Okay, and 71 inches is not short by any stretch of imagination. It is a lot. It is taller than the average man, but on this basketball team, it is the shortest height. So what you're going to do for the Miami Heat basketball team, you're going to do the same thing. What we're going to do is we're going to add up all the dots, right? And then divide by how many dots we have. We have 17 dots as well in here. So to basically get to this quickly, with time running out, when we add this all up, and I've already added it up earlier, I've got 1,344. And you can see it's just a little bit more than this one. Divide that by 17, and I got 79.05. Okay, and that's going to be the mean. The median is going to be looking for the 9th dot. Out of 17 dots, 9th dot will be the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's going to occur right here, very similar to here. Okay, so 79 is the median, and that's going to be very similar to the one on top. So they have the same median, as you can tell. Right? Median 79 here, median 79 here. And then the range equals to the largest minus the smallest, right? Or the tallest minus the shortest. 85 minus 74 is 11 inches. So if we were to compare both of these, you could say Orlando Magic has the highest range. You could also say that they both had the same median. But average, the mean, the Miami Heat on average is slightly taller than Orlando Magic. Okay? And of course that could change. Those stats could change very easily. Let's say this 71-inch basketball player, let's say he's a free agent, and he decides to not break his contract, but go somewhere else. So if we don't have him, that would shift the data a lot. The average would change a lot, okay? So that the average, just to show you, 1342 was the total, right? So we subtract 71 away from that, then divide that by 16, because then you would have 16 players. The average would be 79.4. Okay, that would change to 79.4. That then you could say without that basketball player, the Orlando Magic on average is taller if you didn't have that basketball player right here. So that would change a lot. The median would not change very much. It might go up one more dot, or go in between those two dots, but the median would still be the same. The range would change a lot, though, too, as well. The range would no longer be 13 inches. It would be basically 9 inches. So it's very important that you count all your data. Make sure you include all your dots from the lowest to the highest. Add up the numbers that they represent, divide by how many dots you have, and you're going to get the mean, or the average. And then the median, just remember, it's the middle dot, the one that occurs in the very middle. And then remember, the range is the difference between the highest number and the smallest number in your data set. Hopefully that helps explain this a little bit more. God bless, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.